YouTube? It is Blurred here. And as you know, I love G.I. Joe. I love the comic books. I love the action figures. And I'm really enjoying the new Energon Universe G.I. Joe that includes Transformers, Void Rivals, Mask is the newest edition, and a new continuity of G.I. Joe. But I also enjoy the long-running Real American Hero franchise, and boy has this heated up. We are on number 330, and it is from Image/Skybound. I've been reading since number 300. I believe that was the first Image book, and there's been about 3 or 4 different story arcs. And now, we're on the arc where it's been discovered that Dr. Venom implanted Snake Eyes with kind of a mental time bomb back in the day that he could set off at any time. And if you've been following G.I. Joe, you would know that Snake Eyes' memories have been implanted in the 2 other people who have become alternate versions of Snake Eyes. One I'm not very familiar with, named Sean, and the other one named Dawn Moreno, who was the daughter of Cobra operatives in Springfield, and she joined the G.I. Joes. And they just discovered that all 3 of them had this thing in their heads that could possibly set them off, and this issue right here is where it goes off. And it's action-packed. Even if you haven't been reading, the action is very easy to follow and fun, and it fills in a lot of history and backstory. And it's a great cover. You see Scarlet kind of cowering behind the wolf there, and a mysterious figure who you can assume, yes, it is Snake Eyes, kind of hunting her down. And, these 3 different Snake Eyes are on, the Sean guys on a mission with Beachhead and a new Joe who I'm not familiar with here when he goes off, and they actually turn that into an advantage temporarily, but then that doesn't quite work out. A great story arc between Scarlet and the original Snake Eyes. Very emotional ending there. I am not going to spoil it for you. And Dawn as well. But for me, the biggest part and the biggest surprise of this whole thing was on the last page. And I'm glad I saw it before I started seeing a lot of stuff from San Diego Comic-Con roll in. Because on the last page, you see a G.I. Joe operative breaking into this facility, but she looks familiar. Like a certain iconic Tomb rating video game character. Yes, Lara Croft is entering G.I. Joe. They're going to have a big crossover book that comes out, G.I. Joe Real American Hero and Tomb Raider. That comes out in October of 2026. So I'm very excited about that. And one thing I wondered when I saw this, because I've noticed here lately that Image Comics has done a real great job with Hasbro of coordinating action figure releases with comic book releases. When they were doing the Silent Missions specials, they did the Crimson Guard, the female Crimson Guard issue of that. They actually released the Crimson Guard female action figure the same week. And they've done that with a couple other figures of where they will drop into the comic book, and then you will see them on store shelves around the same time. And then a lot of this stuff I've been seeing from San Diego Comic-Con is a G.I. Joe Lara Croft action figure. It is loaded right now. The price point, I believe I saw it around 70 to 80 bucks. It's a pricey one. It's not going to be one that's on my immediate list, but I'm either hoping eventually the price drops, or they put out an alternate, cheaper version for us broke nerds that can't go to Comic-Cons. But I'm very excited about that and about where this is going to go. We have at least, August, September. So we have 2 more months of a Real American Hero before we get into the Lara Croft crossover. So she's going to be involved in the next 2 issues. How much is she going to be involved is this just to build story anticipation, or to coincide with the rollout of the action figure. Either way, I'm excited, and this is just a very fun edition of G.I. Joe Villain Hero. If you are any bit a fan of G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe lore, G.I. Joe toys, definitely check out G.I. Joe Villain Hero number 330, still written by the legendary, iconic creator of so many wonderful G.I. Joe characters, who has been writing this book since the 80s, Larry Hama. So that's it. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think about it. Are you excited about the lore crossover? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you'd like to contribute to the growth of this channel, you can buy me a coffee using the QR code on the screen. But most importantly, watching, liking, and subscribing are more than enough. Maybe even share them. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, keep reading them books. I'm out.